Yes, thank you so much. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Zimbabwe, from wherever you are. Yes, we are back again. Change Radio brings you our weekly news review. Yes, with me, I have my presenters, DJ Prof and DJ Loveness, DJ Vaneldo. Today it's a list of DJs with me here and our crew behind the scene. Estella there. Thank you so much for joining in. Yes, our news review today. Our topics are as follows. We start by the topic Chamisa invades Matebeleland. Yes, as we know that the champion-in-chief Advocate Nelson Chamisa held 2 rallies in Matebeleland, one in Gwanda and one in Bulili-Mangwe, that is in Plumtree. Yes, we are going to show you some pictures, some videos, and see how this rally went. And then our presenters are going to chip in after the videos and pictures. Thank you so much for joining us. Before we see the videos, I would like my presenters, my co-presenters, to greet the viewers. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Rekanditange kuti maswera sei mamuka sei kana kuti manheru zvichinda nekuti muri kunyika ipi kwese kwamuri maZimbabwe ndinoziva kuti makatekeshera pasi rose. Inini ndinonzi DJ Prof ndo zita rangu rebasa. Tichange tiri pano kusvika tichange tichiti kupai nhau dzakasiyana siyana dzakachiitika svondo rino kuZimbabwe. Pane chiri kupisa chemaby election. Don't worry, muchazvinzwa ipo pano. Thank you so much.
Over to you, DJ Loveness. You're on mute.
Thank you, Leader Barbara. Regainditi maswera sei rushinji rweZimbabwe mamuka sei kwose kwamuri depending noti muri kupi muchangomuka here kana kuti muchakarara kana kuti muri kumabasa. Tinokukwazisai tichikugamuchirai pachirongwa chedu chino patiri kupresent our news review for the whole week tichiedza kuratidzira zvanga zvichiitika svondo irore ratapfuura tichiti tinokugamuchirai tinokutendai zvekare nokuva nesu pane dzino nguva.
Yes, thank you so much. Over to you, DJ Vanelton. DJ Vanelto, is he there? DJ Vanelto around?
Vadona DJ Vanelto, but leader champion star varipo.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Over to you, star.
Nima Hlabezulu linjani bakithi lamukela lonke ku-Change Radio namhla ntambama sisithi khona namhla sebesilani sikhulumisana lokhu konke okwenzekale kuliviki sikhangele ukuthi umongameli wethu Nelson Chamisa uke wabuya eMatebeleland ukuthi bekunjani khona ngezinye izitori ezabe sizazikhangela izindaba kade zisenzakala kuviki leli sithi Mahlabezulu tshonani lathi khonapha ngiyabonga.
Yes, thank you so much, Star. Greetings to all our viewers and listeners again. Those that are listening us from Change Radio, those that are viewing us from Facebook, Change Radio, Facebook, Twitter. Are we also on Twitter Spaces, Estella?
We are on Shepherd Yuda's Facebook page, on Change Radio's Facebook page, and Change Radio's YouTube page.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, Bernard Danz Maswera say Change champion. Thank you so much. Taswera Maswera champion. Yes. What are you saying, DJ Prof?
No, ndiri kupindura tichiti kana machange champion achisereswa tasera tosora tichidai so.
Okay, thank you so much. Estella, can you flight some more? I can't see some more comments. Yes, Anzina Chic, JB, Opa, hello, Change Radio. How are you? Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, I'll be reading your comments as you go. Anzina Nyasha, Kade, Kanda, Anzi Kanda Gona, Masquera say pa Change Radio, Tasquera Masquera Onyasha. Thank you so much for joining us. Claudia's Majoni, Ma Change Champion Radio, Masera say yenyu aiwa Tasquera hedu muri say kwa muri tiudzeo kakuti muri kutiona muri kupi toziwa kuti Change Radio yatekeshera nyika yose. Thank you so much, Change Champions. We are here to give you what happened during the week. Yes, over to you, Estella. Chamisa invades Matebeleland. I know you've got a lot of things to show us, the videos, the the pictures, how were the rallies attended. Tinozviziva tese kuti panoenda champion in chief panosara pachitinhira. Thank you so much.
So this is in Lima, where people were celebrating. Yes, we have more footage coming up. These are images from Bulilima. As you can see, there were many people who turned up. What was in Bulilima, Champion Barbara?
Hello.
Hello. What was the event in Bulilima? Would you like to inform the viewers and listeners?
Okay, it was a rally. The president had gone to meet the people there.
Okay.
I know leader Leader Star is gonna tell us in detail. I don't want to preempt it because we have someone from Matebeleland here
Oh,
who is
yes.
gonna tell us what exactly transpired in Matebeleland. Thank you so much, Estella.
Yes. Leader Star, would you like to comment as we are flighting the images? Champion Star.
Okay, thank you, Champion Estella. From these images, the president, the champion himself, he had actually gone to meet the people. As you know, during some of these by-elections, like last time, he could not go and meet the people because the regime had actually stopped him in going to meet the people. So yeah, I think he's just taking from where he left off, whereby he wants to meet the citizens. As you now know that with our party right now, it's all about the citizens, what the people want. So he had gone to see the people. As you can actually see, like here in Madlambuzi, the people in Bulilima were actually dancing, and to their famous, I know if you go to Plumtree, you always see people dancing to these famous songs, you know, the Kalangas, what from the Kalangas from Ekezi, where I come from, Plantry. We are used to these dances, so I can just see them. Champion was meeting the people.
So yeah, can I just comment? Your feedback. I'm getting feedbacks here.
Let me Champion Star. There we go. You can go ahead and comment.
Okay. Right, thank you. It's sorted. So I just wanted to add on that visit to Bulilima at Madlam. So remember the president during the pre by-election campaign, he was going around the country in provincial meeting the leaders, telling them about firstly, just informing them about the Triple C, and secondly, encouraging people to vote on the 26th March by-election. So one of the reason why President was also in Lima and Gwanda during this week was to thank the people of Matebeleland for overwhelmingly voted for Triple C movement, and we know that we had a councillor in Gwanda who also won. So President was there in Matebeleland as a gesture as well to thank the people of Matebeleland for their overwhelming support, and also to prepare people for the upcoming harmonized election in 2023. It's around the corner. We only have 11 to 12 months to go. So he was emphasizing on that that people of Matebeleland and reminding the people that the Triple C is a game in town and it's here to stay. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, DJ Prof. That was the rallies in Bolilwa Mangwe and Gwanda, and
The
as we
Gwanda
can
one
see,
is coming up now. Let me put up the ones, the media from Gwanda. That was from Bulilima. Yes. And we have more media from Gwanda. Okay. These are also from Gwanda. As you can see, the place was packed. Once again, President Chamisa sitting among the citizens, doing away with the chefism form of leadership, in his own words. Thank you, rally in Gwanda. There is one other clip I'm looking for where you could see how packed the place was. Saka Gwanda yadairira ikati ngapinda hake mukomana, as you can see. Okay, this one. Okay, here it is. You let it play just one more time. More images from Gwanda there. This one was just an advertising the Gwanda rally. It's not footage from the rally. Okay, these are from Bulilima. So as you can see, viewers and listeners, President Chamisa is enjoying the full support of Matebeleland. Matebeleland has embraced President Chamisa as their future president. They've literally said Ngapinda Akem Komana. Another clip from Gwanda there. Can you see how many people were there? My goodness. Wow. I can't imagine by the time we get to 2023 how President Chamisa's support will have grown. Because if you compare this to those other rallies that we had before the 26 March by-elections, clearly the numbers have doubled, if not trebled. People are getting more and more confident to come out. I know a lot of people were probably afraid to come and attend rallies because of, the history of our politics. But now, when people realize that we've had many peaceful rallies, people are daring to come out, and you can clearly see the numbers have grown. And I can't imagine by 2023 what sort of crowds President Chamisa will be drawing. Yes, this is what we had for you, viewers and listeners, from Gwanda and Bulilima. Over to you, change champion Barbara.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Estella. There, that was champion in chief Nelson Chamisa with the crowd there in Bulelwa and Gwanda. As you can see, people are saying they want change, they want Triple C by the number of the attendees, and we are so much happy that people are beginning to have confidence in the newly formed party, CCC. And also, I noticed people dancing. Why wona ere dance yekwatiji hanzi dance yakwatiji. I like this dancing, how they dance. They've got their own way of dancing. That's their trademark. When you go to Buliwa Mangwe, that's how they dance, and they were dancing for their champion Nelson Chamisa. Thank you so much, there, Estela. We move on to our next topic, which is CCC landslide victory in the just ended by elections that were held yesterday. Yes, the CCC, the councillors that were recalled by Douglas Monzora they all retained their posts, their positions in the council, and this shows that you can't recall people that were elected by the citizens. And the change now, Mafuka Obed, change radio Maswera say tiri kukuonai tiri Polokwane, zamai kusvika kumaruzevha kwese. CCC ngaiite kunge staple food yedu yekuti haina asingaide. Yes, thank you so much Chafuka Obed. Tine news dzatakakugadzirirai. I think next news review tinenge takupa kurirai zvirongwa zviri kuitwa neCCC kumaruzevha. President Nelson Chamisa deployed all the members, the leadership. They will be in rural areas. So we shall be sharing this with you, although sometimes we might not give you the pictures for security reasons, but we'll just share with you what will be happening. Thank you so much for your concern. This is exactly what the champion-in-chief is doing. So we go straight to the by-elections. Estella, do you have anything to show us before our presenters chip in with their comments?
Yes, we do have the results, the by-elections results. If that is okay, if I find them. Tatsigwa na chief chimbomboresai vanhu vachitarisa results aya.
Makadi muri yeZimbabwe yakateerera, makadi vadare vari pano, tinokutendai kufara kuve pano.
Yes, thank you so much, Chief Sose. We welcome you to the program. We haven't missed much. We just finished one topic. We are on our second topic, and we are giving our viewers and listeners feedback on the just ended by-elections that were held yesterday on the 7th of May. 2022. I know some people might not have heard the news. So we are bringing the news for you from Change Radio. Those are the elections out of the 8 wards that were contested. CCC 17, Douglas Monzora 10, and Zanu PF 11 in Mandarwin. Ngavangojabula zvavo izvozvi, but we are going to claim everything in 2023. Meluleki Mlisa watching Meluleki watching in South Africa. Good evening, family CCC. Unjani Meluleki, kunjani Konale, Egoli. I hope you guys you are safe. Tell us exactly what is happening in South Africa. We want to hear whether you guys you are safe, but also tell people to come back home and vote. Thank you so much. Hansi Cape Town, na Demson, Anderson Banda, Siabonga Demson. Thank you so much. Those are the results of the by-elections. Then now we go over. Do you have anything before we go over to the panelists?
I only have these results, I think. Oh yeah, I do have footage of people celebrating.
Okay. Let's share this video widely. Viewers and listeners, let's share so that everyone can get this information. Yes, thank you so much. Hansi ngaphinde hake Mkomana. Yes, people were celebrating. This was just an introduction, like President Chamisa said, kuti by-elections are starter. We are going to have our main meal in 2023. So let's get prepared. Let's get started. Let's encourage everyone to go and register, and then vote in our numbers. This time they are not going to be able to do their shenanigans because the citizens are going to speak. The citizens are also going to defend their vote. Thank you so much. Over to you, panelists. I don't know who wants to start. Maybe we can start with Chief Soshe since he was not there. Maybe you can give us your own observation about these elections. Chief Soshe, I know you were very, very instrumental in these by-elections, in seeing to that each and every candidate has got enough materials for campaigning. Thank you so much. Over to you, Chief Soshe.
Thank you, Champion Barbara. I think Zimbabweans are joining all of us in getting excited about the results that have proven that President Chamisa is the only game in town. You know, they are pretenders. They are people that may think or may feel that they have the support of the people. But the two recent by-elections, the 26 March by-elections and the 7 May by-elections, have shown that the people of Zimbabwe know their leaders. They know the people that they want them. They want them to be in leadership, and they know the people that can change their lives and their livelihoods, and that is President Chamisa and Triple C. The overwhelming win that we saw yesterday did not come by coincidence. You know, it's coming as a result of the people's trust in the leadership, and also as a result of hard work between the president himself and the citizens of Zimbabwe. You can see that President Chamisa has not rested. Ever since we started the new baby, President Chamisa has been on the move. He has been talking to people, being with people, interacting with people, and the leadership as well. And this has resulted in the splendid results that we saw yesterday. And I want to thank the citizens for entrusting the councillors and getting them back in council. And also the people in the diaspora. We have to thank you so much for everything that you did. You contributed greatly. I know that Germany, Zimbabweans in Germany or citizens in Germany were twinned with one of the Kariba wards. We had 3 wards that were going for by-elections in Kariba. And UK, thank you so much, citizens in UK. You were twinned with one of the wards in Kariba as well, together with Chitungwiza, where Mayor Maiko roamed to victory. North America was also in Kariba. We were twinned with Councillor Mageva, and we supported them. And I know South Africa was twinned with Mutasa, with Makoni, and Mutasa was twinned with New Zealand. A lot of people don't even know that we have a branch in New Zealand, a very vibrant branch. So down under in New Zealand, we want to thank you for the support that you gave to the Mutasa people. And then we also had Chikanga Danga Mvura that was supported by North America province as well. And then Australia, we want to thank you for the support that you gave to Mount Darwin. I know that Mount Darwin was given over $1,000 in support by our branch in Australia. Thank you so much for that. And I know some people will be saying, oh, makapa vanhu mari. Apana kana munhu one akapiwa mari kana candidate akapiwa mari. What was happening was all these external assemblies were getting materials, election materials, the t-shirts. Like for instance, we had agreed that each candidate must get 50 t-shirts, 1,000 posters, 10,000 flyers, and then airtime, and then food for election day expenses. So this is what happened, and I know most of these provinces did that. So we want to thank you so much for providing support to our candidates. And they were very thankful. I think I'm going to send some of the audios to Estella so that they can people can hear how happy these candidates were. I was excited by the Mutasa Makoni member of parliament. He sent a very nice audio thanking the people, the citizens from South Africa, for the help that they gave him. We're going to play some of them here. Thank you so much. And now I think we now need to just double up our efforts. What we did in these by-elections, we need to double it up so that when we get to 2023, it's just a clean sweep. But otherwise, congratulations, citizens. Congratulations, Zimbabweans.
Yes, thank you so much, Chief Soshe. Anyone who wants to chip in on the by-elections, any comment, or maybe you can give DJ Vanelro, who is on the ground. Is he there, Estella? Can we give him this opportunity so that he can share with us the mood in Harare, how the elections went? I understand in Harare there was violence. There's one of our members, our polling agent, who was beaten by Zanu PF thugs. Maybe also if he can touch on that one.
He'll be coming in soon. He had asked that I should let him know when it's time for him to come in.
Okay, so can we have anyone who wants to come in?
Yes, thank you so much. So I had a privilege also to follow all the by-election of what was happening yesterday together with Chief Shoshe. We were at one time on the ground touching with councillors and touching with people on the ground, and we must be proud that we were hands-on yesterday. But and then I just want to say congratulations to the Triple C for resoundingly winning the by-election 7 out of 8. That's 99%. Proud of them, proud of the people. Yes, in Mount Darwin, we saw a comment which was saying that we must go and teach the people of Mount Darwin. The work is done. Things we acknowledge that things is to be done in rural areas, basically. Everything, everywhere where we supposed to have elections, things has to be said. But it must not go without saying that the MDCT has garnered 0 out of 8 words that were contested. And I must also say that out of those 8 words, they only managed to get 42 votes. So congratulations, they must pull up their socks. So we are moving in a trajectory that the Triple C is showing to the people who are the real and who are the people's leaders. The Triple C is the game in town now, and they are coming to lead the people but not to rule the people. Congratulations to Triple C once again. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much. Is DJ Vaneldo there?
He's actually offline now. He might be experiencing network issues.
Okay. Comrade Loveness, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, yes, champion. I'm just glad about what happened, the results which came out on the by-elections yesterday. It shows that there is a light. There is light in the Triple C. Kwana Chita, 7 out of 8. It says a lot. It says a lot. It's a big thing that we are facing. A big thing that we must prepare for a very big celebration. And it says a lot. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. Maybe we can go on to our next topic. There's this topic that we had not touched on. I know it's Chief Shoshe. You are the one who can explain to us this topic about the banking. Government orders banks to suspend lending with immediate effect. What does that mean? Maybe if you can share with our viewers and listeners this story. Over to you, Chief Shoshe.
It looks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing much to say there, but you know, it's just it's just evidence of a failure by the government. You know, banks are set up, you know, to make money. You know, it's a business. It's a business entity. How do they make money? They lend money and they charge interest, and that's how they make profits. But now, if you see a government saying they no longer allow banks to give people money or to give out loans, then you wonder, how are those banks going to survive? And then you also remember that a few weeks ago, Standard Chartered Bank, was it Standard Chartered Bank? Yes, moved out of Zimbabwe into Zambia. And we were telling people that this is a business decision that was made by this bank. But Zanu PF propagandists were saying that it's moving because of the issue of sanctions. And we told them, no, it's a business decision. This bank is no longer viable. It's no longer making profits or desired profits in Zimbabwe. Now they've decided to go somewhere where they will make bigger profits or higher profits. You know, Zimbabwe is not a good place for business. Zimbabwe's environment is not conducive for any business to thrive. There's no normal person right now who will take his millions into Zimbabwe and say they are investing in Zimbabwe, unless they are doing some kind of chicanery, unless they are in some kind of deals with Emmerson Mnangagwa and Zanu PF. That's the only way you can really survive. Otherwise, you know, straightforward business, you cannot survive. The environment is not conducive. So that's the reason why we are now seeing even the government now relenting, even prohibiting itself from being given money or lend money by the banks. I've never seen such a kind of macroeconomic policies, you know, anywhere else. I've never seen anything like that. So I don't know what it means for the future of banking in Zimbabwe. It means we might end up with no banks at all, or just a few banks, because how are those banks going to survive if their only means or their biggest means of making profit is being taken away from them? This is a clear sign, once again, of a government that has failed to run an economy. And if people can't see it from there, I don't know what else they want to see, you know, to just, you know that Emmerson Mnangagwa and Zanu PF have failed. And I don't know if 2023 comes and nothing happens. You know, it will be terrible. It will be horrible. You know, we'll end up with no bank in Zimbabwe. I mean, people have always pointed fingers at us, Barbara, saying, you know, we are pessimists, you know, or we are prophets of doom. But I'm telling you, it can happen that Zimbabwe will end up with only one bank, CBZ, a government bank, you know, and a bank that is involved in deals that survive in deals or that survive in bad macroeconomic policies that favor them, that are being implemented by the government, but they don't favor any other competitors or any other private operators. So we will end up with no bank in Zimbabwe at this rate.
Yes. Thank you so much, Chief Shosho. You explained it very well. So it also now comes to me to confirm this call that Zimbabwe must be shut down tomorrow. So I think these students are visionary. They are saying we should shut down Zimbabwe tomorrow, but then we are going to have this topic in full. Let me now read this. Anna Than MB Hatetsani ndoita hasha mhani nevatungamiriri ini pachangu ndikawana pfuti munangagwa ndomupfuura kana pane anayo ngaandipe inbox me chero ndikazofa hazvina basa chikuru. Haya, vanhu vakatsamwa zveshuwa. People are very angry. Okay, let's go to the next topic. I think we're all aware that
I just want to comment to Hatitsi what mukomana kana kuti musikana ari kuda zvepfutwe anatothi hatiti hasha dzehwiza dzekuti kana ikabatwa inodambura makumbo. Step by step we get there. Idzi ihasha dziri kutaura idzi hausiriwe. Please refrain from violence. Tinozvigadzirisa, don't worry, mukomana ari kupinda 2023 musaita hasha, and we've got all the machinery kuti tipinde. Pasina zvekuda kuuraya Mnangagwa, hatitoda zvekutora upenyu hwevanhu. Tinoda kuti Mnangagwa atoona kuti nyika inotungamirirwa sei. Ndozvatiri kuda kuti aone izvozvo. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much. Anzi Isusu, CCC is going to attain power through the ballot box. We are not going back to the bush that was there. Now we are doing the ballot paper revolutionary. We are going to win. We are going to attain power through that the constitutional means. Yes, thank you so much, comrade, for sharing that. Yes, as we are aware that yesterday during the by-elections in Chitungwiza, we had 2 journalists that were arrested. Blessed Dara Mhlanga and Chidi Shengeto were arrested, and they are going to court tomorrow. And we say to this regime, the regime that does not respect freedom of speech, freedom of association, to say the journalists are there to report on each and every matter. There's journalists, even during war, in a war zone, the journalists are there. They cover. They are not killed because they'll be doing their job. So our Hon Tsunga journalists, this government is panicking to the extent that everyone is an enemy of the state. So we have a job scholar speaking on this arrest by the police. Thank you. Estella, can you play the audio, or whether it's a video audio by Champion Job Scholar?
Hunge mapurisa angada kunesana neni vananga ndichingofamba murodhi yomutengesa. So pasvika ipapo vazviita majournalist aripo, saka majournalist anga achitora nhau dzavo pavanga achiona tichivatarisa problems ari kusangana navagari kuno kuchitungisa kuti ndo magari atakaita, and what should be done for us to obtain better service delivery. Ndo pataona vava kuzvuzvurudza majournalist anga achikava now, is including yourself, who is covering also what is happening in Chitungwiza today. So specifically what has happened is that the police are trying to intimidate the people so that the people in Ward 7 won't be able to vote for the Triple C candidate. But however, they've been taken by events as the people are going to overwhelmingly vote for our candidate in Ward 7 today.
Thank you very much, Honorable. Ndezvipi zvinhu zvamunofunga kuti zvingade kuitika mushure mekunge takomamoreta zuva reWorld Press Freedom Day?
Chofanira kuitwa ndechokuti mapurisa omuZimbabwe nehurumende yomuZimbabwe must be extremely careful, because press is the fourth estate whose role and duties is for them to have an oversight role on the developments in the country. Journalists must be allowed for them to prosecute and execute their role and duties as conveyors of information to the society without fear or favor. What we have witnessed today is that we are living in a fascist state that does not allow journalists to conduct their business without fear or favor. I totally condemn the arrest of Blessing Mhlanga, one of our prominent journalists in this country. I totally condemn the arrest of Chengeto, a female journalist who is trying to conduct her business and inform the world of the developments that are happening in our country. This is unprecedented, where journalists are being harassed on a daily basis, and this arrest must be condemned not only by all reasonable citizens of Zimbabwe, but by the entire world. They must be enraged with what has happened today on the arrest of one of your colleagues, Blessed Mhlanga, and also Chengeto.
Thank you very much, Honorable.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much. You know, I was so touched when I heard Kuti Dara Blessed Mhlanga has been arrested. You know, he's one journalist that I admire so much. You know, he covers balanced news, and I like the programs that he does on his Facebook page, where he interviews a lot of people, even the people from Zanu PF. You know, it's very educative. But we are saying we are in solidarity. Change Radio is in solidarity with Blessed and Chengeto. They are journalists, and in a government that will be led by Advocate Nelson Chamisa, the journalists will be free. They will cover anything because it will be a democracy state. So we are saying people should go in their numbers in solidarity with the two journalists, because an injury to one is an injury to all. So people should go in solidarity because, you know, this regime, it is sparing no one. Everyone who opposes, or everyone who seems to be talking or saying the truth is incarcerated or is castigated. So we have to do that. We have to be in solidarity. And yes, anyone who wants to comment on this one, on the arrest, before we move to our last story? I know our last story, everyone would want to say a word or two. Maybe if we can we have, if there's anyone wants to comment before we move to our next story.
Ndoda kuerenga comment yako.
Okay. Feedback. Okay.
Is it better?
All right. Hanzi level rangu ini randava ini ndakuda kuuraya ivo vari kuuraya
DJ Prof, we cannot read such comments on these comments. Such comments, you can't read them. We have already told him that CCC does not do izvozvo zvaari kutaura izvozvo. He must encourage people to go and register to vote and vote in their numbers. Thank you so much, Anna Tumbe. Anna Toti kana kuti ndiani. Can you put your correct name? Don't put your ghost name. Reveal yourself if you want to us to comment on that one. We are not going to do that. Thank you.
I just feel sorry for him. Anyora kuti hanzi akarohwa, akatorerwa huku dzake, akaumburudzwa. Ndakaumburudzwa nemayouth ezanu. So I know kuti munhu ari kurwadziwa nema emotions. and he just needs to let off some steam. So yeah, I just wanted to put out there because iyaroto vanhu vazvizive sei akashatirwa kudaro. Saka without reading the full comment, just to let people know kuti he's one of the people vaka victimized nezanu PF.
Yeah, okay. Can you move on? Estella, I have on the there's an echo there.
Oh, let me
On the
move on.
Our last topic will be on shutdown. That is gonna be there tomorrow, being organized by the students, Zinasu, which are saying enough is enough. The way the fees are being hiked in Zimbabwe, it makes it difficult for parents to pay for their children. There is a high percentage of dropouts from the universities, even in secondary schools, even primary schools. So they are saying, Kuti, the government should do something. And I have a surprise here. I'm going to call the director of Zinaso. I was speaking to him now. I'm going to call him so that he can give us a background of what is gonna happen tomorrow during this shutdown. I'm gonna call the director of Zinasu. He's gonna tell us exactly what is going on, what the students are doing at the moment. Good morning, good afternoon, or is good evening, Ashley. How are you there? We are live on Change Radio. Can you please tell us what is happening tomorrow? What is this shutdown about? Please, can you go ahead?
Thank you very much to the viewers and to everyone at large.
I think the volume is very low, Champion Barbara.
Can you raise your volume, please?
Hello, is it audible now?
Can you hear him, Estelle?
It's a bit better, but it's still quite low.
Okay, no, thank you very much. Yes, it is the Zimbabwe National Students Union is called for a nationwide shutdown. This is coming from it or is inspired by the crisis in our country. I'm sure you all know that the country is now at crossroads. There are a lot of challenges that the people are facing, the citizens of Zimbabwe are facing. So this is a clarion call to say we need to act. No one can liberate the future except ourselves. So the students took a bold step to say we are going to call for a season of action where we are going to unleash a series of planned action to make sure that we bring the government to negotiation and make sure that the voice of the people is heard. So tomorrow will be the first phase of this implementation of a season of action to say let's stay home and make sure that our voices are heard, because if we collectively stay at home, if we collectively adhere to what the students are saying, we are going to see change. As you have noted that yesterday, the president gave a press conference, starting to respond to some of the issues that were being raised by the generality of the citizens. So this is what is informing the conscience of the moment. This is what is shaping the narrative of the time, to say this is not a one-man spend. This is a people spend. So if it is a one-man spend, it's easy because you just target the drama and the music goes. But this is a people spend. The moment you go to the drama, the guitarist will start playing. The moment you rush to the guitarist, the vocalist will start playing. So this is a people's agenda driven by the collective place of our people. So everyone is coming together collectively tomorrow to showcase, to display our disgruntlement, to display our concerns, so that we get urgent responses. As even right now there is no consistency even in terms of policy implementation. We used to get 2 weeks updates in terms of the COVID scenario and the lockdown situation, but up to now it's more than 4 months now without any update. So there's lack of seriousness on a lot of issues that are on the table that Zimbabwean people need answers to. So this is a clear call to say, let's come together. Let's fight for the answers. Let's fight for the progress of our country. So this is what is informing the shutdown tomorrow. But primarily, this is about the fees question that the students are raising, to say the government raised fees for the students. So you realize that some fees were paid at 15,000. They woke up in the middle of the night and they were around 89,000, 50,000. So these are unreasonable figures regarding, the amount of salaries that teachers are getting, that's ordinary civil servants are getting. So there's things they don't tally in terms of trying to balance the cost of living and the salary our parents are earning. So this is what is inspiring and motivating and encouraging students to say, no, we have suffered enough, our parents have suffered enough. It's not an easy task, it's not an easy moment to see your parent struggling to make sure that they're investing in your future. Once you know that there's a government that is supposed to be providing basic social services to the people. So this, is what is calling students to act. And I think that's why they are calling and pleading with everyone, including police, including soldiers, to say, no, let's all come together and let's rest and give it a day, a break, to think around the crisis in our country, to think around the solutions. Everyone, take your time. Everyone, put your heads together and let's collectively find these green solutions to our problem, because we believe in a bottom to up approach. We believe the answers that are going to build this nation come from the bottom. So let's collectively start to gather in our communities and think around these questions, the national questions that are affecting our country. But for tomorrow, let's stay home and make sure that we support the call of the students to see that the questions that they're asking are being answered to.
Yes, thank you so much, Ashley. And your message is very clear, as I heard you saying the people or students, they should stay at home. That's why you are saying shut down. But I'm told there is a heavy presence of police in the CBD in Harare, and I'm told in Bulawayo, the soldiers are moving around telling people to go to work. Is that a normal situation? How can you be told to go to work as if people do not know that they are supposed to go to work? It seems this your action is being taken seriously. I think the word has reached where it was supposed to reach. Already, I see a success in this before you even implement the shutdown. What is your comment on that, Ashley?
Well, of course, the shutdown has already been successful. There are a lot of events that have yielded to what the call is all about. As we speak, Midland State University was scheduled to open on the 9th, but they have postponed the opening of the institution. As we speak, there's heavy presence of military, heavy presence of uniformed forces targeting people, targeting citizens. So already you can feel the pressure. And it's funny enough that the government is deploying, state resources to tell people to go to work because they are failing to provide these jobs. So how can you tell people to go to work when they have no work? You see, so it's funny how the state is panicking, and is panicking in a way that is exposing the failures. Because one of the failures of this government is to fail to provide jobs for the people, failing to provide jobs for the young people. That's why young people are resorting to drugs, and that's why we are fighting this fight, because we're saying no. We are losing the future. We are losing dignity. So let's restore these things. Let's restore our future. Let's fight for it. So, of course, the state is in panic mode. It's clear and it's evident across the political divide that there is heavy military presence. There is heavy state machinery that is preparing to crash down people tomorrow. And even during the night, this covert and Nicodemus attacks that happen during the night. So each and everyone must be safe. But tomorrow also, it's also clear and call to say, let's stay home. We don't want to be doing temple run with police. We don't want to be doing temple run with soldiers. So the best way to prevent chaos, the best way to prevent violence is to stay home and see how the nation is going to respond. There is no government that responds by unleashing terrorism to its people. The only way to respond, I believe, is bringing dialogue, negotiating with citizens, finding proper solutions. So the moment you start to deploy such elements, it means there are no solutions that you have, and you're not willing to listen to the people. So the call continues. Let the government listen to the people. Let the government call the people so that we co-create the solutions and we co-create the Zimbabwe that we all want.
Yes, thank you so much. Well said. And I know most people are eager to join you, as we have already seen some organization throwing their weight over this shutdown. They've openly said they are in solidarity with you. The teachers, the ATUs, the rural teachers, progressive teachers union, the crisis in Zimbabwe coalition, and some other organizations. And I think you guys, you have done us proud, as Joshua Nkomo said, kuti, Zimbabwe will never die. The young people shall rescue it. And we are now seeing the young people trying to rescue the sinking Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is already sinking. And I was also saying, Kuti, this shutdown is like Zinaso is holding the keys to lock the country, because the country was long shut. It was shut a long time ago. So this, you are just murundozadzikisa apa kungotora key nekukiya, because nyika yacho yakatofa kudhara, nyika yakaita mamvembe. I would just want to thank you, Ashley. Viewers and listeners, this was the director for Zinaso. We are also going to have him on Twitter in a few minutes to come. We want to conscientize each and every Zimbabwe from all walks of life, from everywhere in Zimbabwe. They are on the ground. We are now on Facebook, Twitter. We are on YouTube. We are also on Change Radio. We are on UDA's page. Now we are going on Twitter Spaces. We are going to leave no stone unturned. Thank you so much, Ashley. Pana aroda kubvunzawo Ashley mubvunzo here, or we can release him since he's got a lot of programs lined up. I see they're also going to have a WhatsApp group where they are going to discuss all these issues with other stakeholders. So maybe if you can have one who wants to maybe to ask or to comment.
Yeah. All I can say, Barbara, is that to Ashley and the students, we are with you. We stand with you. We as Zimbabweans, as citizens in the diaspora, we stand in solidarity with you. We fully support the action that you have decided to take. We have children, we have friends, we have relatives that are institutions of higher learning in Zimbabwe. We have students that are in primary schools, in boarding schools, and we have all seen how the situation has continued to deteriorate. Coming from an education background myself, having been a teacher in Zimbabwe, I strongly agree that there is need for action, and that action is needed yesterday, because our education system that used to be the best in Southern Africa, if not in the world, very appreciated by the world, very appreciated by everyone. Now it has gone to the dogs, and it continues to do that. So if you, our young people, are doing what you're doing now, are taking action, we must support you. We stand with you. We stand in solidarity with you. People, friends, relatives, mothers, fathers, they cannot afford the school fees that is being charged every day. And that there's no consultation. There's no discussion when the school fees is raised. People just wake up and the school fees is raised. And students have been complaining that we can't afford. The parents have been complaining that we can't afford these school fees. What makes me mad is that even teachers, that are the custodians of our education system, they can no longer afford to take their children to the schools that they are teaching. They can't afford to pay the school fees They can't afford to take their children to the schools that they are supposed to be stationed at or that they're supposed to be teaching at. You know, what kind of a system is that? So we strongly support this action, and I want to urge all Zimbabweans, all citizens, to do something about what is going on tomorrow. There is a lot that you can do. It's a clarion call, like our young man said. It's a clarion call to all of us here. Right now, as you are here, as you are listening, text a message, pick up the phone and call someone in Zimbabwe, write on your community group in Zimbabwe, write on your family group in Zimbabwe, and tell them not to go to work. This is the simplest mass protest that anyone can ever engage in. You know, you just stay at home. You don't go anywhere. You just heed the call to be in your house, you know, and that's exactly what Zimbabweans should do. Let's speak with one voice. Let's join the students and let's be with them. Let's be in solidarity with them. Let's tell our relatives, let's tell somebody in Zimbabwe not to show up at work. It's not like you're telling someone to go to a protest, because I know some people are very good at saying, Chief Shoshe, muda kunorovesa vanhu, muda kuuraisa vanhu, kana taita paya panenge pachinzi ngapendwe kuno demonstrator. This is different. We are simply encouraging people to stay in their homes. Gara mumba, operation gara mumba, usabude mumba, wherever you are. Even where's a growth point, kwachienda mbuya. Anyway, just stay in your house and you see the results. Stay in your house. Ngatiregedzei kubuda, ngatiregedzei kutyisidzirwa nemapurisa. We know what happened in 2018 during the ZCTU. Stay away. The police and the army were tear gassing people from their homes. They were forcing people to go to work, just like what they are doing right now. We know that's what they are trying to do. So, iwe ibongo garamumba ongo zvivarira mumba imomo. Sadombobuda, and that should be the message to everyone. Thank you very much, Ashley, and all the other students, all the organizations, that are supporting this call. Let's all do something about it to make sure that it's a success tomorrow.
Yes, thank you so much, Chief Shoshe. Over to you, Ashley. Your closing remarks. Since you are busy today, you are a main actor. You are on demand. Can you give us your closing words before you go?
Yes, thank you very much. We truly appreciate the level of solidarity that we're getting from all over the corners of this country and beyond this country. It shows that we are truly living in a nation. We are a nation within a nation. What is happening is the government has created an island of wealth and an ocean of poverty. We young people, we parents are swimming in poverty, whilst those that are aligned to the ruling party remain in an island and protected by the government. So tomorrow it's a time that we fight back the unfulfilled promises of the liberation. We fight back and make sure that we guarantee the liberty of our people. So tomorrow, let's all come in, let's in our numbers stay at home. As you can see, that we are just saying people must stay at home. They are even going to people's homes. So, it shows a level of desperation and a level of chaos and unplanned way of dealing with the situations in our country. So, young people, let's fight for our future.
Yes, thank you so much, and the young people. Let's fight for our future. Thank you so much, Ashley. And I think the network is acting up. What happens there, Ashley? Oh, we.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Ashley. Meet you could Twitter Spaces just now. Huh?
All right, sure.
Okay, bye. Yes, thank you so much, our viewers and listener. That was the director for ZINASU, Zimbabwe National Students Union, that is organizing the shutdown. They are simply saying stay at home. Don't go into town, don't go to work, don't go to school, don't go to the doctor, don't go anywhere. Just stay in your house and watch makatuni uri mumba mako imomo nevana wako. Tomorrow is a family day. You stay in the home, you don't go anywhere. We want to close Zimbabwe Operation Faka Pressure. Thank you so much. Over to you guys. I know you are burning. You want to comment. I'm going to prepare for the Twitter Spaces. You can close and then maybe you can say whatever you want to say on this shutdown. Okay, meet you in the Twitter Spaces. I'm leaving this live. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Champion Barbara. As you heard of viewers and listeners, there's a Twitter space which is coming up soon after this program ends. So do stay tuned and hang on to hear more about tomorrow's shutdown. To our panelists, would you like to deliver your closing remarks before we close off and move on to the other program, which is coming up at 10 o'clock Zimbabwean time?
Yebo, yes, I just want to say from my side, in solidarity with the planned silent demo, garamumba, hanzi mbeva mhini gara mumwena chemudzimu chikuwanireni, mukagarai mumba imomo musabude. Hakuna munhu anozokufosa murodhi, ndo mamunodirwa matiegas. 2018 vakambodira matiegas mudzimba kuti endai kumabasa, but iko zvine zvavanenge vachiti endai kupi, because hakuna mabasa acho. So garai mumba menyu mutoona zvenyu makatuni, kana mune mapopcorn de matotenga mapopcorn nhasi matogara mumba mopopa mapopcorn, musabuda imomo zvachose. Toda kuti street igare iri plain kuratidza kuti takatsamwa nezvavari kuita. Ndiri kunzwa kuti munhu angagwa ambozama kuti hanzi transport ngaichidzoka murodhi. Saka paari kudzoka murodhi transport ari kudzosa ani, because mamotikari emakombi ese vakatora vachiita mazupko. Ari kudzosa ndiani? Plus vakatenga mabhazi muna machitowadzi mabhazi. Ndiri kushaya kuti transport iri kushota chirudzivi, vakatenga mabhazi akaendepi mabhazi iwoyo. Saka garai mumba kusvika zvemabhazi zvavo zvavakati zvavatenga zvazviona zviri murodhi. Inini ndakuendawo kuTwitter space. We'll see you next time. Mangwana tinenge tiri musolidarity murodhi. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Champion DJ Prof. Champion Loveness, would you like to comment on the shutdown or deliver your closing remarks? Oh, you're on mute. Let me help you out.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Champion. I just want to say I'm also in solidarity with the students from Sinasu. I wish if I could join them, if I could just do the stairway as well, even though I'm here in SA. I'm also with them.
In spirit. You can do it in spirit.
In spirit, yes, I will join them in spirit. So for now, let me just join them in Twitter. Let me go to Twitter for now as well. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much, Champion Loveness. And thank you all our viewers and listeners for joining us today for this week's episode of News Review, and for sticking with us until the end. Very soon we are switching to our Twitter space, where we are still discussing the same topic of tomorrow's shutdown. We will try tomorrow to keep you posted and give you updates on how things are progressing with the shutdown tomorrow. So be sure to tune in to Change Radio, Shepherd Yuda's Facebook page, or Change Radio's YouTube or Facebook page, to see what is taking place on the ground in Zimbabwe. Once again, thank you for joining us for this. program. And please do join us in the next one, which is starting up shortly. We just leave you watching Musangano Nanero, a song that most of you probably already know, a song by Paul Mazzore. Looking forward to seeing you all again very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.